We are underneath the rear end of the 2012 Honda Civic, my daughter's Civic. She's in town visiting from Milwaukee, so she needed some new stabilizer bar links on the rear. So that's what I'm on the struggle bus doing today. I got this one done on the passenger side. I don't know if you can see this or not, but the name of the game here was rust, penetrant, leverage, prayers. But fortunately it came out, and I was able to get this new one in. But I still got one over there to do. I've got it lubed up. Where is it? Yeah. I've got it lubed up and ready to go. Whoops. Let's see if I can get some light on the subject here. So here's the lower bolt. Here's the upper bolt right here. Same thing. We're going to deal with some rust. It is nearly impossible for me to do any filming down here. I can't get a tripod. There's probably no way that I'm going to get this camera to sit, which is my phone basically, anywhere where it can film. But I'm going to try to bring you along on this and kind of show you some details. These are the kind that have the little Allen wrench thing in them, so I'm going to have to, get a box end wrench on that. You probably can't see what I'm doing here, but, and then this has to, once I get all the rust and grime out of that little hole, that Allen wrench goes in there, and that'll keep it from spinning. If I can get it far enough, if I can get some vice grips on the back side of it, on those, then we're good to go. The key on these on the 2012, and don't ask me how I know this, but is to get the top one off first. Because if you don't, then it, basically when you go to, if you take the bottom one off and you go to wrench the top one off, you're just going to be basically torquing this and bending this sway bar. If you forget, you can get a piece of wood, like a block of wood or plywood or something like that, and stick in there to keep it from flexing, so you can loosen that top bolt. Again, don't ask me how I know that, but we're going to start over here and see if I can get that off, and then we'll move to this bottom one and we'll go from there. Alright, you're looking basically through the spring, and this, trailing arm or control arm, rear lower control arm, whatever it's called. I've got what I think is called a Dogbone wrench on here. This is a 17, 18, and 19, and maybe 20 on this end. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 sizes. Maybe it's 16, 17, 18, 19. But anyways, this thing has a little bit of a flex in it here, but it's solid. This thing will at least help me to get this thing to turn a little bit and free it up, and then I'll have to put that Allen wrench in there, and I may have to put a block of wood in here now even, but let me see what I can do. Let me see if this works. I'm filming with one hand and trying to wrench with the other, and it's not a good plan, but it's what you do. Oh, there it moved. Okay, so that at least broke loose somehow. And I got penetrating oil out in there. Yeah, okay, it's moving, it's spinning, but it's probably spinning the whole thing. So now, let me turn it the other direction. Sorry about the poor camera work here. All right, so anyways, I'm gonna work on this and bust it loose. I'll bring you back here in a minute. Can't believe I got that loose. I had to go straight to the vice grips though, instead of using the Allen wrench. There's the top nut off there. So I'll bring you back in a minute if I can get positioned enough to get this bottom one here. Alright, we're going to work on the bottom one here. I don't know how well you can see that, but I've got the vice grips on. I'm hoping that that's going to hold the back side of that from spinning. By the way, this is a different size. So the top one was a 17 and this one is a 14. Thanks, Honda. Oh my goodness. Oh, got it. Oh, the whole thing's turning, so I got to tighten my vice grip up a little bit. Still turning. Too tight, I think. Still turning. Whoops, sorry about that. Okay, I got the new one. It's an aftermarket one, but it's from rockauto.com. And claims to be an OE replacement, so we'll see. See how it goes. These nuts are the nylock kind. Come on. There we go. I don't expect these to last too long anyways, because it's still going to be in the northern car. Still going to be in the Rust Belt. Still going to be a problem with rust. Let me see if I can get this going here. Oops. Sorry, the frame's a little bit off, but it's the best I can do under here. Now to torque it. Okay, get there. Let me stick it. There's something to hold that sway bar. Oh, perfect. All right. The links are in. All right, so there are the rear stabilizer bar links on a 2012 Honda Civic LX, I think this is. This car needs a little bit more work. I'm not going to record any of this today because I've got to get it done before she goes back out of town. I'm going to do the rear drum brakes. There are plenty of videos on YouTube about that. I'll put one in the description below so you can kind of see that process done by someone else, but it's drum brakes are probably a little tricky, period. But these aren't so bad. They're pretty tiny brakes. She also needs new rear shock absorbers, so we're going to work on that as well. So I'm going to wrap this up and close this video off, but that should show you a little bit about where those links are and how to get them changed out. Let me show you one more time where they're at. All right, so this is the driver's side rear wheel actually, and like I said, I'm going to do new drum brakes on this here just in a few minutes. And then I mentioned she needs new shock absorbers. It's got some moisture, and then of course they're rusting out, so they got to go. But here's what I replaced. I'll get my hand down here so you block that light. You can see the stabilizer bar link there. One goes on to the what is that, the lower control arm, and then the other goes on to the sway bar here at the top. It was a bit of a fight getting those rusty things out of there, but with some penetrating oil, yes, I did use WD. That'll get the internet lit up, but I use it as a penetrant and it works great. And we were able to get these off without needing a torch, which is a good thing because I don't have a torch. So anyways, that'll do it for me for here today, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks.